Hi, I'm here with Beau Eckstein tonight, and I'm going to talk with him about the five must-haves for flipping houses. How you doing, Beau?
I'm doing pretty good for a Sunday. Can't complain.
All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get started.
I've been in real estate for about 16 years. I've been in mortgage. I've been in construction lending, private money and hard money lending, residential sales, pretty much anything telemarketing, anything in real estate sales and real estate related. I've worked in that capacity. Currently, I am renovating properties and I'm doing a lot of hard money lending and a lot of doing some joint venture deals and some construction loans.
Cool. All right. So if we're going to talk about the five must-haves for flipping houses, what would you say was one of the top five must-haves? And we'll take it from there.
So, number one is a contractor. The way I structure our renovations is we work with a contractor partner. So I bring in a contractor in who's also an investor in the deal. So he puts skin into the game, whether it's his money or he's doing it at cost. So having a good contractor and vetting them out and finding the ones that you want to work with, I have several companies, so I can't spend all my time micromanaging a contractor. And a good portion of the contractors I dealt with in the past, you need to micromanage them, and that's not good. If you want to be able to flip several properties and have a job as well and do your other businesses, you need a contractor you can depend on. So that's definitely the top thing to seek out and find a good contractor partner.
Okay. And what do you look for in a contractor? Do you look for, I mean, obviously, I think you just alluded to consistency. What do you look for in terms of like budget management and, you know, him or her giving you a good estimate on what renovations might cost, et cetera? Do you have a way you pay them, like a draw schedule or a project plan? Just kind of talk about how how do you work with your contractor once you have a good one in place?
Okay, so normally a deal comes to me, whether it's through another realtor, it's through a wholesaler or a bird dog. I scope it out. I pull up comparable sales. I Google Earth it. I see if it looks like worth going to check out. So once I know that there's some upside on the deal, meaning I think it's going to be a good flip, I'll actually have my contractor meet me out at the property, and we do our initial walkthrough. And from there, we go back and forth on design concepts. We also talk about overall just a general budget, what it's going to cost, and from there, if everything looks good and he gives me a realistic number as far as the construction budget, then I would put an offer in on the property. And sometimes I do it backwards and I put an offer in before even doing this, but I'd rather have him go out and give me a quick rundown of what he thinks it's going to take to fix and to make it a good renovation project.
Okay, so the
And
last,
from
go ahead, sorry.
Oh yeah, so from there, once we get our offer accepted, then he gives me a detailed scope of work, and that's the breakdown of what we agreed upon, the budget, and it's line item by line item. Bathroom one, bathroom two, vanities picked out, and so we try to get that as detailed as possible so our budget stays on track.
Okay. And how do you arrange payment with your contractor? Do you pay him up front, part up front, part in the middle, part at the end? How does that work? And what have you found works best for you?
Right. So based upon our agreed upon scope of work and budget, let's say it's $100,000 renovation. So from there, we take it down and we create a pay app. So it's basically a draw schedule, and we give them a mobilization, which is basically the first, maybe 15 grand, which buys the lumber and does the demo and gets the dumpsters out there. So mobilization, and then after he meets certain milestone, we go to draw number two, three, four, and five, six, depending on the extensive remodel. It may be anywhere from three draws to as many as 10. So it's kind of agreed upon beforehand, and we both sign off on that pay app and as well as the construction budget.
Okay, great. Did you want to say something
So
else?
yeah, so with my when I have a contractor who's also a partner, he does it at his cost. So whatever his costs are, he's a licensed contractor. Then at the end, he gets a portion of the profits of the gross profits. So that's how I work with a contractor partner. It would be different if he was just a contractor not involved, but I like to create long lasting relationships. And if you can teach a contractor how to become an investor partner, they seem to really like that side of the business, and they appreciate it. So it's been good to work with our contractors in that capacity.
Okay, great. So we're going to do a couple more of these tips over the next few days. What's a good way to get a hold of you if somebody wanted to, ask questions or find out more about how you flip houses?
BeauEckstein.com. That's BeauEckstein.com. And I should have had my screen's not coming up, is it? I had it set up earlier, but it doesn't come up when you called in. That's why.
Okay, we'll get that fixed on the next one.
That's true, but good point. Beau Eckstein, BeauEckstein.com, or you can call my cell phone. I always answer. I should say I almost always answer. 925-852-8261. 925-852-8261.